Late last year, digital artist Pack's merge broke several major records. It became the most expensive NFT ever sold, the most expensive work ever sold by a living artist, and revolutionized the way the art business does business. In this video, we're exploring what merge is, how it works, and why it matters. But first, I want to ask you a serious question. What if the Louvre decided to digitally cut up the Mona Lisa, tokenize the pieces, store them on a blockchain, then auction them off to the highest bidders? Would you buy it? Now, what if the stakes were higher? Say, with each piece of the Mona Lisa you purchase, your stake in the painting grows, as you now own more of it. And what if those pieces you bought could change, could merge together to become something else, a new, more valuable mass of data? And what if each time a piece of the original Mona Lisa was sold between collectors, the value of your piece went up because scarcity? Would you buy it then? This is the idea behind merge. It's basically market principles applied to art with a twist, and we like it for several reasons. First, this diffuse structure of ownership lowers the barrier of entry, allowing more collectors to get involved. Instead of one collector buying merge for an astronomical $91.8 million, many collectors can buy a piece for much less. In this case, bidding started at just under $300 a share. This structure is also demonstrably better for the artist, as greater accessibility means more people can purchase and enjoy the art, which means more money and exposure. As well as for the collectors, a scarcity mechanism is built in, as is a ready-made community of people interested in maybe one day down the road acquiring your share in the artwork. So, well, at least in the immediate term, everyone wins. The price for the collectors just keeps going up and the artist makes loads and shares his work with more people. But what exactly are these people buying? On Nifty Gateway, merge is described as this: merge mass. The more mass you have, the more you can merge. Merge mass? It's up to you. A bit vague. In other words, according to Pack, bigger, ergo better. So how did this happen? Merge was auctioned off by Nifty Gateway over a 2-day period in December 2021. During this time, 312,686 units of mass were sold to 28,983 collectors. The total cost of merge? $91.8 million, effectively displacing Jeff Koons' Rabbit as the most expensive piece of art ever sold by a living artist. As the auction wore on, the price per share of merge mass increased by $25 every hour. There was also a leaderboard, so people could see which collectors had bought the most mass in real time, very likely driving competition. Clever, clever. And there were even conventional retail gimmicks like bulk discounts. When the auction ended, the NFTs were minted in accordance with how many shares each buyer had bought. And now, owners can grow their NFTs by, you guessed it, merging. According to an ArtNet article, if any portion of merge is resold to a buyer with other portions, the corresponding NFTs that are traded are then destroyed and amassed into a new, larger work, which conceivably grows in value. This is a groundbreaking model for how art might be done in the future, but what are the benefits? More money for the artists and auction houses, and greater accessibility, as in more people can enjoy the art because the barrier to entry is lower. Does Pack now hold the record for the most expensive piece ever sold by a living artist? Technically, yes, if we define the work as a whole greater than the sum of its less expensive parts. Is merge the future of art, of auctions, or just a fad? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't you dare subscribe. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, please consider supporting us on Patreon at the link in the description box below. As a Quince patron, you'll get early access to future videos and can even vote on upcoming video topics. Our amazing patrons allow us to work on these videos full-time and make them as good as we possibly can. Thank you all very, very much for your support.